Welcome to channel where we make your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side. So once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today is all about some news updates. Over the past weeks or few days, there has been some announcements. Obviously, you probably have already seen them on social media, Facebook webpage, forum and all that. But I'll aggregate all of them together and provide an information as a bundle, as I know many of the viewer or listener would like to listen and see what's actually happening. So today is actually the 9th of November 2022. A lot of things happening, as we can see, and noticing that the Labor government is actually cleaning up what the former government has left with. I think that's the better way to describe it, whichever the other words, witch hunt or whatever it is, a lot of people are talking about. But anyway, let's have a look. So obviously the backlog is still the big issue, and prioritization of visa is still in the way. Despite that, the previous news, they talked about 500 additional immigration officers will be added into the department to help the backlog. I think currently there's about 100 plus already on the seat and getting these all sorted out. We have actually experiencing movement within the department, which is good news, but I still believe that towards, well, it's already November, should I say December or early next year, everything will be smoothed up. Okay, now first news first. This actually is on the 4th of November, so you probably already know it, but I would still like to, go through it. The skill visa processing priorities. Obviously, there has been the Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill has announced a Ministerial Direction 100. Very interesting. It's actually 100, formalizing the Australian government processing priority on the health and education sector, which is a big issue because over the past few years, pandemic, obviously health sector has been striking badly. Now, it's not just there is a lack of staffs, but a lot of health professions have also left Australia, and the stress. Going through a COVID pandemic, do you get the stress of all these nurses and medical people, where people are panicking, but they don't have enough time and rests? So a lot of people also left as well. And education sector, well, look, it's a huge change of technology. Now, over the pandemic, if you look at every country around the world, there has been distance learning, online learning, and suddenly a lot of teachers are required to learn a lot of tech application utilization softwares, where they probably have been in the position for the past 20 years, do not require to do so, and obviously some of them left, so they need more people there. Anyway, to build a work, improve skill processing times and clear the backlog. So the department has finalized 2.78 million since June 1st. Wow, that's a lot of visas, and you probably will experience this when you get on a flight and go into Australia or trying to book a ticket. It's actually quite hard at this point in time. So I think all the airlines are required to boost up and get more planes in the air. Anyway, this includes 43,000 temporary skill application, 47 permanent visas. Delivery numbers are only possible because of 260 more staff working on the visa processing. Well, that's good. That's more than 100, but I think there's a lot more than that now. Anyway, so Direction 100, what does it say? It says prioritizing application in relation to health and teaching, occupation, help small businesses seeking recruitment. I don't know how they're gonna do that. And talking about process faster, particularly critical TSS visa. Again, well, look, if the visa criteria is still complex as what it is currently, I don't see a way that they can prioritize it. Anyway, but let's see. I think there's a major overhaul and changes coming up. Restore priority or credit sponsor, oh, that's not gonna help too much, and cease the PMSOL. So PMSOL, the priority migration skill occupation, was created during pandemic in way to actually help the actual all these sectors that we have talked about in the past years. But so no more PSML, it just go back to the general skill migration stuff. A reduced number of priorities which will increase efficiency, assists reducing processing across caseload. It allows departments consider application which is not prioritized in previous direction. So reduction of number of priority, including removing the priority of global talent, business innovation and investment program. Wow, that's not too good, but I think the more effect is actually on the business innovation and investment program. But global talent, I think they're still quite good. But looking into the general wait time, if you're not being endorsed, that's a huge long wait, because there's just too many people putting in global talents expression of interest at this point in time. The new priority applies to skill visa nomination and visa application that are yet to be decided. Okay, so that's good. And then let's look at its visa processing time. They also add this with the Ministerial Direction 100. So it's just interesting where they said they remove the reduced number of priorities and reduction of number of priorities, including removing priority on global talent and business innovation. But if you're looking at the processing priority skill visa application, watch this. The skill visa application process according to government policy priorities outline Ministerial Direction number 100. The following skill visa are subject to Ministerial Direction number 100. That means the following visa are being prioritized. So 124, 186, employment sponsor, 187, regional sponsor migration scheme, and 188. Didn't they remove that? So what they do is they remove the previous priority, the direction, and replace it by not just having 188 and global talent, but including all the others. So this you see what's happening there. So sometimes reading one page may get people to get panic. It's, so PMSO is gone, and the global talent and the business innovation is gone. But no, not quite. They're just being replaced. So they replace with another new priority direction, but including all the other skill visa categories in there. So previously it was only 188 and also global talent, and there was I don't know why the web page is not scrolling down, but anyway, so previously it was only 188 and 858. Now they're including all types of other skill visas in there. So just to get the backlog off, because previously they're only processing 2 visas, they're not processing any others. That's why we have that 2-3 year backlog. Anyway, so we need to read the whole thing as a full. But at the bottom here is also said skill visa processing with the order direction. So visa relation to health and teaching, and then employment sponsor, and then visa relating to occupation in the designated regional area, and then for permanent and provisional visa subclass, visa application count towards migration program excluding 188. So 188 here, although it's being prioritized, but it's not on the with the going down the priority within the prioritizations. It's not at the top agenda as what they trying to say. So they did not remove 188, but it's just within the whole group, but they're not gonna be prioritized within the prioritizing group. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, the next news is from Migration Queensland. So what's happening there is obviously the interim allocation has been used up for the business visa options. So Queensland welcome migration business investment with a range of business options available of a range of business including state blah blah blah. And if we go on into, let's say, I think there's a information session somewhere. Let me just find out where it is. It says they have used up the stuff. Okay, I think it should be this one here. Do we get back to that page? Oh no, this is the actual web page. But anyway, let's go back to the actual home page, should I? Oh, here we go. There's no better. And program update. This is program. Okay, so here we go. Migration Queensland Business Program is open for 2020. Yes, it is open, but the interim allocation has now been filled. However, the business program remains open, and the MQ, Migration Queensland, will continue to process application, although they are unable to nominate. So they're still happy to accept those ones, but they just cannot nominate at this point in time. They're just waiting for allocation. So make sure if you're ready, put things in, man. Don't wait. In the game of migration, is always the earliest as better. Now, last but not least, let's go to the news. Now, this is actually on 60 Minutes and a lot of other news as well. So basically, the Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill's call for inquiry into a broken immigration system. So there has been suggested some migration agent or lawyers, I think they're in Sydney, they're helping criminal syndicates to actually get people into Australia with the fraudulent information, and also allow them to stay in Australia to continually conducting criminal activity. So you may want to find this report on Nine News. There's facilitate sex, slavery, human trafficking, and people are actually including being jail time in UK. Now, I have no idea how this. I think this. People ask me, is this a political hunt? Because they are trying to get into Peter Dutton, who is the leader of opposition at this point in time. Well, my say is yes, but is there any wrong of the former government had actually allowed, well, probably a neglect to actually get this resorted? And the answer is yes as well. So look, this is a growing story which we don't have a full detail yet, but looks like the Home Affairs do have internal information about this, especially it's already been leaked and allowing the news media know about this. Anyway, just to let everybody know, try to do things right. Don't produce fake or fraudulent documents. It's not going to help, and it will only cause more issues in the future. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.